Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for checking out Obliterate. And we had a lot of fun making that song, and I'm here with Chandler.
What's up, everybody? Good to be back.
To talk about the process of making the song.
Yes.
It was a really interesting process for sure. Definitely not normal this time around.
A little bit different this time around.
Just a little bit different.
Bit.
Let's start, because I don't think we've ever officially documented how you and I met.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it on some live streams, but never actually documented. So, I mean, you want to start with that? I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah. So essentially, I have a YouTube channel where I react to music. Micah was able to find my channel. Yeah. And I did a couple of his songs and kind of bonded that way.
You're really good at those reactions, by the way.
Thank you. I hope to get back into them soon. Yeah. That's definitely a future.
I love when you go. You're like, ooh.
Yeah. That's literally what I do in the studio.
That's my favorite. Yeah. That's my favorite. I love that so much. You're like air guitaring, but it's like a ukulele.
Yeah, it's so high.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but you know, for sure. I love doing those. I hope to get back into it for sure.
I love it when you do
it. So we became friends that way. We became follow each other on Instagram. Turns out we live pretty close to one another. I think that I posted something on my Instagram story of me screaming into a car, probably a Wage War song.
So I saw there's this video where I think you just had your phone like on your phone holder, and you were playing a song, and then you just like launched into this scream. And at the time I was listening to a lot of I Prevail, and I loved the dynamic between like Brian and Eric.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try that and do my own like version of it, because I was learning a lot from them at the time. Mm-hmm. So I hit you up and I was like, yo, we should do a song. We can like record remotely. I can teach you how to like record yourself, and you just send me the stems and whatever. Mm-hmm. And then we found, and then there was like this weird, I think you and I both felt that there was this weird moment where like, wait, does this guy live next to me or something like that?
Yeah. It was, and then we started talking, and he started mentioning things. I was like, I think I know where that is. Mm-hmm. And then we just talked.
I shot a music video, and you were like, you're like, things look familiar.
That looks super familiar to where I've been before. So I was like, it was cool. So that was actually very, very convenient that we lived so close to one another.
And there was that moment. I was like, wait, are you here? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, come over.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was cool though. Like small world for sure.
Yeah, and got you in the studio, and then one thing led to another, and we ended up doing 3 projects together.
Yeah.
We did What Have I Become, Defiler, which was super fun.
Dude.
And Never Run, which exploded. And then you ended up moving away right after that. I think we literally like finished it, and then like you hopped in the car, like you like finished vocals or something, and then like hopped in the car and left.
It was pretty much, I literally we finished the song, we did the music video, and then I think literally like I came back and we did some TikTok stuff. I think the day after I pretty much had to go, but I moved. Yeah. So that's kind of how Never Run went about.
Yeah, and then that was almost like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, how fast time goes. Yeah. That's crazy.
So ever since then, him and I have been talking about doing it again, you know, and running it back and do another song. So when I heard that you were gonna be back in town for Christmas, I was like, all right, like let's do a song, man, for sure. And I wanted to create something that was like, I kind of, because I've been doing a lot of like more like rock-centric stuff. So I wanted to take this opportunity one more time with the Micah and Chandler Burton thing to just like kind of go heavier than we've gone before.
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where I was recording with Tyler, and we got to verse 1, and I was like, yo, just make it go boom. And he looked at me, he's like, this is verse 1 though. And I was like, yeah, I know. And then I was recording drums with Daniel, and we did verse 1. And he was like, was that the drop? And I was like, no, that was just his first one. He's like, then what? And he was like, then what's in the drop? I'm like, you'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about just how the song kind of came about and stuff. So, I mean, I was talking with you in the track, and I decided the best process for this would just be, you know, just I'll write everything, I'll get all the music done, so that way you can just, when you like get in, you fly in, and we're not trying to spend a bunch of time writing things, so that'd be too dicey because we have a limited amount of time. Because like Never Run, I think, how many studio sessions did we do on that one? We did it was like 8 or something like that. It was crazy. So I was like, that can't happen again.
Yeah.
So I wrote everything, or tried to at least. So I was going on vacation, pretty close to actually where you moved to, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
So I was over there for a week, and my whole thought process was, I'm gonna hop on the plane. I'm gonna write lyrics. I'm on the plane for a long time. So I was writing a bunch of stuff, getting things done, and then I was like, halfway through, like a chorus, and then I get to my destination, and then I immediately pick something up at the airport, get extremely sick, and lose my voice.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sitting there like, as soon as I get home, I have like a week until the video shoot. So I like have no song, have no voice. I immediately just like stop talking completely. Like my family's like trying to talk to me and my wife's trying to talk to me. And I'm just like pointing at things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like typing things out.
Yeah.
So I immediately got home. I tried writing more on the plane on the way back, and I kind of had a chorus that I was like okay with. Got back home, immediately went to urgent care, got on antibiotics immediately because I had a bacterial laryngitis, which was like really bad.
Yeah.
And then you were coming over in a few days. I think it was like 2 days after that. So I just hit the studio, drank a copious amount of caffeine, and then wrote verse 1. And then I recorded the chorus, and then I was like, verse 1 is super sick, or I got the second half of verse 1 done.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but this chorus is actually trash. Like like when I was writing it without being in the studio, it was like pretty cool in my head. And then as soon as I actually did it, I was like, this is so bad.
Yeah.
So then I like deleted everything, and you came over, and I didn't even have a chorus at that point.
Yeah, it's
So
it's crazy.
And then we started tracking on verse 1. I don't know, you want to talk about that a little bit? Just coming over first day.
For sure.
It felt good to be back.
It felt really good to be back, man. It was one of those things where in the beginning, like when we did What Have I Become, I didn't, like I knew of you just because of the music and we talked for it, but I didn't, I did record once when I was younger, but it was just very just, it was just, but this is my first time.
You got a lot of hours on a TV remote.
Yeah. That's true. I had a direct TV remote.
All the videos with him with the TV remote.
Oh, yeah. Just a whole bunch of me doing covers and stuff. But it felt really good to be back, One thing I appreciate about you is like from What Have I Become to now, I think we've really practiced like make sure enunciation was good, like pushing myself because like this can be better. And like it was never like a you're never mean about it. You're always like, I know you can do better.
On the first song, I kind of left you alone. I just wanted you to know, because you'd always just screamed and recorded yourself on like a camera, but I wanted you to hear that, like the people that you look up to and you, like your screams are on the same level, but they had access to studio equipment and processing of their voice. So I wanted to just show you that if you had the same tools as them, what level you're on, and it was straight across. I remember the first time you heard it back, you were like, your mind was exploding.
It blew my mind because like everything here is like I didn't expect any of this when I came for the first time. I thought it was like a little mic and like, we'll just do something cool, but there's like a professional set. Yeah. Everything, it's like so nice here. It's like
literally built from the ground up.
Yeah, and which is amazing. So from then to now.
Ignore that. That was to psych out the permitter. I was like, it's a garage. So it's not a garage.
No, but like for real, like from What Have I Become to Defiler to Never Run, like especially now, I was like, I really want to make sure that my vocals are clear. I want to make sure that they understand like what I am saying, because I think that's so important in metal music. Like I understand, like some people want to get the coolest like vocal, but like I want to make sure they understand like what I'm saying, and especially in the perspective of this song, how important it is to like, okay, I get what he's saying here. I understand how it works with Micah's part. And so that was the biggest thing for me, to come in and just do the best I can to make sure that the audience, everyone listening to it is like, I get it. I get what the song's about. So that was really important to me to get. I
think I like the way we were tracking now is because you and I are good enough friends now that I can ditch all of the niceties and just you know that I really like your voice. You know that when I'm pushing you, I know you can do better because I've heard you do better before.
Yes.
So I push to get the absolute best out of you.
Yes.
And now that we're like on that level, we can like just work quickly, and I don't have to, I'll be like, do it again. Do it again.
Exactly.
And then I'll be like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll be like, that's sick. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I'm glad we're at that point now where you and I worked enough that we can really just push for perfection and not have to worry about our feelings, I guess. At all, you know what I mean?
It's nice too, like, we are friends. Like, we're not just, we don't just play music. We talk about other things besides music. Like, we're friends, but it's like, I know, like, he's pushing me to be the best I can be, because sometimes I'm like, I doubt myself sometimes, but Micah, you've helped me push, especially with singing.
You are a legend. Say it back. Say it.
especially with
I'm a legend.
especially with the singing. That's been a big thing.
Yeah.
The singing has been a big thing. Like you helped me like find that tone and range.
Yeah, because you never really sang before.
No, never. I always just screamed. I was never confident in singing at all.
Yeah, so your singing has gotten really good.
Thank you.
We've experimented with a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the future, with like some stuff in some songs in the future, we can see what it's like, but to like give you like a bigger part on something where you're really carrying a lot with your voice. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, tracking the song was super fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. Anyway, so back to just where we were. So it was verse 1. So that day, I got verse 1 done, and then I was stressing because I'm like, I think what day was that? Was that Wednesday?
I think Wednesday was Christmas, right? So
Tuesday.
Thursday?
Oh, Thursday? Yeah, no, you're supposed to come over. Sorry. That's even worse.
I was supposed to come over because we were like, come over. Because I figured, hey, I have nothing going on because my wife wasn't in town yet. So I was like, I'll just go over. And Mike's like, hey, we got to hold off, bro. I am so sick. And I was like, that's okay. We'll figure this out. And then Thursday I came over. I was going to come over like the Monday my wife flew into town. But
Wednesday,
it was Christmas.
So it was Christmas. And then, so I ended up working through Christmas Eve to just try to that's when I got verse 1 out. I remember. It's all kind of a blur now. But for context, the reason why I was so stressed about this is because the music video shoot was Saturday.
Yeah.
I only had the second half of verse 1, and that's it, on Friday. No, wait, Thursday. On Thursday.
It was Thursday,
So what happened so you come over, you start working, and then I actually don't remember when I got the chorus together. It might have been the next day, but
I think
so we tracked that, and then I had some working like garbage vocals for the first half of verse 1, and then so we worked for a long time that day.
We did. We worked all day,
like 7 hours or something like that, and then I immediately got the chorus. I just knocked that over. Screw you, tripod. Then I got the chorus done, I think that evening, or I got it written that evening, which was, and if it didn't suck, which I was so happy about.
It's my favorite chorus that we've done with ours, for sure.
I was like writing that, and then I was calling all of my buddies who are pro like songwriters, and I was just like, I think this is good, but I can't, I'm exhausted, I was sick, I'm on antibiotics, I can't tell. Right. And I showed it to some buddies, and they're like, this is sick, except for that one part, but this is sick. Shout out to Jacob for helping me with the one melody thing right there, which was super helpful. And then I remember you came over and I had the rough of it, and I had got my voice back just enough to sing the chorus once, and then auto-tune the crap out of it, because I was like struggling so bad. And then I got I had the chorus, and then I had verse 2.
Verse 2 was like that.
Was that Friday?
It was Friday. Verse 2 was Friday, and we had to like nail it. So I came over pretty much an all day again, and just to make sure like we nailed the second verse, because as you heard, the second, like, it's rapping, screaming, more rapping, like, make sure to get that dynamic. And there's a few parts in the song where I was struggling with some of like the wording, so I was like, I got anxious and nervous.
This is the fastest. I think this is the fastest we've ever had you screaming.
It is.
Because you were
100%.
All the songs you listen to are never this fast, and you're usually screaming slower. I remember on Defiler, I think on that one you were struggling to keep up, but I think on this one you finally got that pacing down, and you were able to. I think sometimes it's hard to tell you to slow down. You're going too fast.
Yeah, for sure. But that was tough. But now that I got it, it's like, it sounds so sick.
Yeah, it really is sick. That's something that's fun about these songs you and I do, is just by the nature of me writing stuff for you, is that I've done a lot of rap. So I'm writing like rap style for your scream style, and it creates this really unique, like really percussive thing that is not that common. At least I don't hear it that often. Yeah. So I really enjoy listening to it.
I think it's cool. It makes it, for me, like, I listen to like pretty just, metalcore, just scream, like, but like I like how like
a lot of stuff's pretty drawn out.
Yeah, it's like, it's cool to have like rap, screaming, singing, like just have a good variety of stuff in the music. Kind of just shakes things up a little bit from like what I normally listen to. So I really like being able to, now that I'm really confident in my voice, it's cool to like experiment and try that kind of stuff. I think that's really cool for me as a vocalist. So
so we got verse 2 done on Friday.
Yes.
And then huge shout out to you for helping me get everything ready at the venue.
That was really fun.
Yeah, we rolled around together a day. We like charged all the in-ears.
Yeah.
You helped me rewire the mixer again. At this point, the light show was not even done yet for any of the songs, because we performed What Have I Become, Defiler, Never Run, and then we performed the new one.
Yeah.
And I was performing Dying Light at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So like and only Dying Light had a light show, so I had to go right. So it's like Friday night, I'm like, I don't have the end of the song. I don't have the beginning of verse 1. The rap lyrics aren't perfect yet. So, and I remember I was sitting there, it was like 9:30 p.m. and I was like, I have to make a decision. Drink too much caffeine and try to force myself to do this now, or go to sleep, wake up early and hit it on the same day we're recording it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I decided to go to sleep, and I remember I went to sleep, I woke up, I shot out of bed, and then I was so stressed. I just sat down in front of my computer and I'm like freaking out because of how much stuff I have to do before the shoot is. I'm like looking at the clock, it says like 7:30 a.m. and I'm looking at it and I'm like, the shoot is at 6. Everybody's showing up at 4. And I'm sitting there and like, I'm so freaked out right now that I can't focus. So what I did was I ended up calling my future tour manager, Charlie, and talking with him. And we talked for like an hour and a half, and he's just been around for a long time in the music scene, and just a super calm, cool, collected guy, and he's used to operating in those like super chaotic environments. So I called him and just kind of started ranting to him about like this situation I'm in, like I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and he was just like, and he's like, I love it, like that's awesome. And then he started telling me all the stories about when they would do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was fun to listen. So anyways, it was really good. So shout out to Charlie for that. Thank you. Because it got me back in the headspace. I got off the phone with him after talking for an hour and a half, when I'm on a time crunch.
Yeah.
But then,
yeah.
But then I sat down and then immediately just wrote all of verse 1. I listened back to the song, figured out what was wrong with it. I think I was just able to get my head back into like being positive again as soon as after talking to him. Got that blasted out, which was super fun. And then I exported. So I got it locked in, exported the song, and then I started exporting all the stems for the live show. Whipped out the laptop, dumped all the stems on the laptop into the Ableton project to be able to perform it live. And then blitzed out, started writing all the light shows. And then I got the shows done, and then all that stuff was done. We set it up, and everything just worked, and nothing broke.
Yeah.
So it was 2 p.m., and then I realized that I did it. I got everything done.
Yeah.
And people started showing up, and I just immediately felt just like this like wave of peace. And I was like, I pulled it off because I was freaking out for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? As soon as I got sick, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like literally, like obviously because we're on such a time crunch. Obviously, if it's a little bit harder this time around. I appreciate all the work you put into it. It was funny too. I literally, you sent me the full song while I was buying you a hot dog.
Yeah, and for the show.
Yeah, and like, oh, bro.
That's like, literally when
I literally got this done just like now. I was like, bro, that's actually crazy.
The hardest part of this whole process has been trying to memorize the words.
Oh my gosh.
Before the shoot, because we literally and it's harder for you to memorize, or maybe it's easier, I don't know, because I wrote it for you. That means that, I guess it's easier in the sense that you don't have all the other versions of the song that you were thinking about.
Yeah.
So you just have the one version that I handed you, so that's easier.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like, I have written this verse 3 times and I don't remember which one I went with.
Exactly.
Or like the muscle memory's not there.
Right.
So it was a lot of freaking out. I kept that microphone real close to my face during the music video.
Yeah.
Because we lip sync for the music video, obviously.
We did, yes.
Because otherwise we blow our voices out because we shoot it like 6 times straight.
Yeah.
Did that, and then I was just like, I remember like lines here and there, so you'll see me like this, and you'll see me pull the mic away, and I'm like actually singing it, and I'll pull the mic closer, but I'm like, I don't actually remember what I said here.
Yeah,
so
I think it's really about just like the energy in that room that night. It was just a lot of fun.
That was crazy.
Everyone was really cool with it. So.
I'll say one more thing about the lyrics is you killed it. I think you memorized everything and nailed it from everything I saw. So
yeah, man, I
pulled it off.
Yeah, man. Well, luckily, I took acting like in high school, so like I have, and once I love a song, which I do love our songs, like it clicks with me, and so I was able to listen to it a few times. I was get the patterns down, and which was nice because there's a lot of screaming. The hardest part for me was the first chorus, it's just you. The second chorus, I jump with you on certain phrases, and so there's a few times I messed up, and I was like, I don't scream here.
Yeah.
But that's the part I had to remember because like
Yeah.
there are certain lines I was like, okay, I scream here, scream there. So that was the hardest part. But
And then at the end, it changes.
yeah, so that was
So like there's like, you scream on different lines.
yes. So that for sure that was the hardest part. But
Yeah.
thank you, man. Yeah,
And to
yeah.
match that with positioning on the stage too is really difficult.
Yeah, that was.
I remember there was like one time we were shooting one of the takes. And I think I like slammed into you on accident because this part was like just me, but you were there ready to scream along with me. And I was like, bam! And you're like, okay.
That's why it's always good to practice.
Yeah,
We don't have to happen for sure. Yeah, dude.
It was super fun. But so, and the last thing with the stress was I woke up and I realized I was like, dude, I don't know if anybody's showing up today.
Yeah.
I was like, because I've been so stressed about this, I haven't been promoting as hard as I wanted to. So I'm like blasting everybody I know and posting on my story. And then I think you posted on your story too, which was super nice.
Yeah.
And I think we had like around 16 people show up.
Bro, it was awesome.
Yeah, I will say it's a little more difficult for the music videos because I don't want to just invite people I don't know or random people to like where I keep my stuff.
Yeah.
So, because I don't want to lose it. So it's friends of friends.
Yeah.
But we had a really good turnout, which was super fun.
Yeah.
Those guys were full of energy. There's one part where his name's Colby, just like jumped up and he's like swinging from the banister during the drop.
Like that's how
so sick.
That's how a rock and metal show should be. So when I saw that, I was like, bro, let's like not that
I was laughing so hard.
Yeah,
man.
it was so hard because him and I like I when I saw that, I almost started laughing during. I'm like, I gotta be like in this beast mode.
Yeah, we're like,
shout out to yeah. But when I see that, I'm like, bro, I was like. I was like, that's so sick. That really, that night was incredible. I think everyone just really liked and vibed with the song. Like the energy for that song in particular was like off the chart. It was great.
So fun, man.
Yeah.
It was one of the best shoots, and I said it that night too. I think that was the best music video shoot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's gonna be the best music video. It's up to you guys, obviously, which one you like the most. But for me, just shooting that, it was the best experience I've had. Like there's multiple reasons. It's just the energy was there. They were jumping. Everybody's fully into it.
Yeah.
The skit we shot went extremely good.
Yes. Yeah.
I also love performing with another vocalist on the stage, so I don't have to carry the whole weight, and I can just. When it's your turn, I'm just dancing with the guys. I don't have any responsibility except to have fun. Yeah.
That's the best
part. And then we just get to vibe, and Daniel killed it on the drums. Tyler killed it on the guitar. Caleb killed it on the bass.
Everyone was on the top of their. Everybody was on their like A game last night, and it was just perfect in every way.
It was literally just a perfect shoot, and it was super fun. Shout out to Michael, who filmed it. Shout out to Evan, who filmed it as well. Shout out to my wife Emily who filmed it. That was awesome. Shout out to your wife Anna for all the help that she did. Yeah. That sign, like she put a lot of work into building that sign.
She worked a long time on that sign. It looks great though.
It was so perfect. I was looking at the back and I'm like, it's literally exactly what I envisioned.
No, that's so good to hear. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So I had a ton of fun on this song, dude. Yeah. And it was really fun working with you again. Yeah. And recording this, and it all worked out in the end, but it was definitely a storm.
Yeah, for sure. I loved every second of it, man. Just great to be back and be able to work with you and the team and be able to scream again for it, man. It was fun. It was just really fun.
I had a lot of fun also showing you all the stuff that we've gotten since you left.
Yes, because I wasn't here when he built all that, so I've seen it. I was brand new. I was like, whoa, dude, this is sick.
Like we have a stage.
This is so sick, and it's so nice.
I think in Defiler, there's no stage. I think we have like a step stool.
Yeah, we just have a step stool.
And you just have your foot on the step stool. Like, I remember there's a guy who commented on Instagram. He's like, why is he on a step stool?
Yeah.
And he's like, the same one I have for my RV.
Yeah.
I was like, because we're broke.
Yeah.
That's why.
But it looks great, man. Yeah. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, now we actually got a stage there, which is super nice. Shout out to Dan for helping me build that.
Yes.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to Obliterate. I had so much fun creating it. Thanks for watching the music video.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you on the next one. He'll be around at some point.
I will. I promise. I'll be around.
Have a safe flight home, though.